So for day number 4, you know your boy, I had to go make a stop at Bass Pro Shop in Odessa, Texas. I've been there a few times. This is probably my 3rd or 4th time going. I haven't been a whole bunch, but I have a little tackle haul to show everybody. So for those that don't know, I got a tournament coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend on Lake Amistad in Del Rio, Texas. So stay tuned for that, but I'm super excited, guys. Let me show y'all what I got today. So first up is number 1. And I want to say this really quick. I'm super stoked for Bass Pro Shop being here. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't been there a little bit more often, because usually when I make tackle hauls, I try to find some pretty good deals. You know what I mean? Like I try to find some lures that aren't too expensive. So XPS, guys, is Bass Pro Shop's brand. And when you compare their prices to different brands, I mean, I'm just going to throw them out there. I love this brand, but like 6 Cents, Berkeley, just your name brand lures, they're lower on price. And I'm super, super stoked to try their lures because I picked up some of their XPS minnows and I threw on their tungsten jig head. And I had some success on those guys. And I'm pretty sure if y'all have seen my videos in the past, I've mentioned those. We went to Brownwood in December this past year, and I was smashing on those freaking jig heads, dude. So huge shout out to Bass Pro Shop, man. And I'm super stoked to show y'all these new XPS lures and put them in action on tournament day. So right off rip, I got to start with this suspended jerk bait. And we are early spring, going into that spawning season, guys. And I've been watching just podcasts and other episodes of these other YouTubers out here. Not just YouTubers. Let me just back up. They're not just YouTubers, man. They are freaking anglers. They are fishermen. They're hammers, man. So shout out to I'm gonna try to name, and excuse me if I forget everybody, but Bailey Egret. I started listening to his podcast, the Serious Angler Podcast. I'll try to put it on the video, and then I'll try to also link it in my description below, guys. If you are an angler and you watch my videos, guys, go and check out their podcast. It is freaking awesome. I love it. Their episodes are juice. They got so many different freaking guests on their podcast, man. It's just too good for me not to share. You have to go and check it out, man. And then Luis Delgado, he's out in Georgia, North Georgia fisherman. And again, I'm going to try to tag all these guys and put the links in the description below, man. But he started running the Kayak Weekly podcast. I believe that's what it's called. They just dropped an episode with freaking Greg Blanchard, Damien, and Brandon. Dude, guys, go and watch that freaking episode, man. That episode has so much juice, man. I got a bunch of good information from that episode, and I'm actually going to tie on some of the stuff that they mentioned in their video. So, but anyways, I'm kind of getting off track here. The reason why I started with this one here is because if you can see, that's like a pink color. And in the month of February, March, maybe even April, I mean, I don't know if it's just the state of Texas. My perspective is whatever lake you're going to be fishing at, try to look up and do some research on the forage of the water. You know what I mean? Like if there's going to be crawdads, if there's going to be shad, if there's going to be bluegill, whatever forage is in the water. And so I picked up this pink color because I'm excited to throw it, because I found a mistake and Amistad has some crawdads in the lake. So super stoked. That's lure number 1. Lure number 2, another XPS lure, guys. All these lures that I picked up today are from XPS. They are the Bass Pro Shop's brand. And I did that for a reason, but also I didn't. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. I mean, who doesn't want budget-friendly lures? So I picked this one up, guys, because I've never thrown a glide and I want to get more familiar with these. And as a matter of fact, in the episode that I just watched with all the people that I just mentioned. I think it was Damien that mentioned that if you find a good school of bass and you throw something big enough for them to want to get out and chase it, that was one of the reasons for me kind of picking this up. Now I know this isn't, I think he ended up mentioning that his was like a 10-inch freaking swim bait or something that's big, you know, like he considers that big. This I consider big just because I'm not familiar with throwing lures like this. But I picked up the XPS Swerve glide bait. There it is, guys. Super excited, man, to throw this thing. I don't want to say exactly what I'm going to be doing on the tournament, not just yet. I'm going to do badass. I'm just going to put it that way. I'm excited for it. I'm going to be taking some good energy out there. But again, I don't want to jinx myself, man. So that's the second lure, guys, is that XPS Swerve by Bass Pro Shop, man. And I don't know, man. I'll try to link these all in the description below so y'all can go and check them out. But excited to throw that one. Third. We got another suspending jerkbait. So if you're new to jerkbait, or I mean, if you're new to fishing, if you're new to bass fishing, I'd highly recommend you go out and try an arsenal of lures. I mean, I was successful on rattle traps. I call them lipless crankbaits, but a lot of people that have been fishing for a while, they call them rattle traps. But I'm not too familiar with throwing jerk baits, to be honest. So I'm gonna try to make that a goal of mine this year, is to throw more stuff that I'm unfamiliar with. Jerk baits is one, drop shots is another, jigs is another, and then also another goal of mine is to learn to fish offshore. I have a tendency of going to the bank and hitting the bank. So I picked up these jerk baits, and as a matter of fact, both of these are, like, I would say mid diving. They both go about 10 foot. That's what at least that's what the box is showing. So they may end up going about 8 to 10 foot, I would think, but we'll see how true they are. Had to pick up some crankbaits, guys. Again, this is another piece of advice that Damien ended up saying in the podcast. I think Luis ended up asking all three anglers kind of like more or less of, does color matter in this this time of the year? I don't. Again, my perspective is, I think forage and finding the bait fish is going to be more of how I feel about it. Other people may think differently, but I'm just giving these a shot, giving these a try, man. Damien mentioned that he likes to throw red, but only whenever it's going to be hitting that kind of deeper level. So I think he mentioned like 6, 8, maybe 10 XDs, and I think those are actually Strike King's brand. But I picked up these XPS crankbaits. One's a 16 and one's an 8, and one's, you know, this one, I think it shows that it goes 16 foot. And I might just end up, well, I don't want to pull them out right now, but that one is, I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm trying to flip it on its side, but anyways, 16 footer. And this one's more like a translucent color, but it is also red. It's like a red, and it got some knockers in there, man, to kind of make it rattle. So super stoked to throw those, man. I'm stoked to throw all these, guys, but I wanted to show you all the tackle haul. And then this one right here is another one that I'm super excited about. And I actually ran into two buddies of mine. So shout out to Julian and Josh, guys. I don't know if y'all are going to see this video or not, but Julian ended up mentioning to me that he has, he's thrown the chop block. And he also mentioned to me that he has a swerve also, but he just hasn't had the chance to throw it, so he wasn't able to kind of give me any feedback on that one. But he did say that the chop block it had some pretty good action. But I've been wanting to try this one for a while, so I picked up this Berkeley Nessie. This is a 7-inch, and again, it's another lure that I hope it draws out those fish that are just kind of sitting there waiting on a meal to come by. And again, all this information came from that podcast. So I'm telling y'all, man, don't sit on these freaking podcasts, dude. They put these things out for a reason. They freaking interview anglers from all over. And I mean, dude, the knowledge they have, man, is just freaking awesome. So shout out to all those anglers, man. I appreciate y'all for even putting this out there, man, for everybody to just pick up and learn. And that's another thing that I love about the fishing community, is just wanting everybody to learn and go out there and freaking catch fish. So anyways, again, there it is, guys, that Berkeley Nessie 7-inch. So that's it for this episode, guys. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Again, this is more for me to challenge myself to get more comfortable talking to the camera, putting out episodes on YouTube. I mean, I started shooting episodes really around the tournaments, and I felt like that's what I wanted to I honestly didn't know exactly what I was wanting to do, but I just knew I wanted to start the channel, right? So I'm kind of experimenting with different types of episodes that I'm putting out here. But ultimately, it's that I just want to get more comfortable in front of the camera, talking to the camera, talking to everybody on here. You, the viewer on the other side of this freaking screen, dude. So it's still kind of, and I'm constantly watching other creators out there that are giving advice, giving tips on like how to talk to the camera. I feel like sometimes I overthink it because I'm a talkative person in general, so it's just like, but once I start getting in my groove, I feel like I'm doing okay. But it's when I really start to think about it, I'm like, I'm kind of nervous to do this. But anyways, guys, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. This is episode 4 of my 30 days challenge of showing up. So thanks for tuning in, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button. Drop a comment below, man. Again, I mentioned it before, but if you want to join the challenge, I mean, just tag me in the comments, man. I'd love to see somebody out there, trying to do the same thing, just putting in reps, getting comfortable talking to the camera. And that's it, dude. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Until the next one. Later.